I'm as excited for this Nebraska-Cincinnati game as I am for really any game on the Week 1 schedule. Obviously, Ohio State-Texas is the game that everybody's talking about, but you're inside Arrowhead. Matt Rule has said this is not a neutral site game. This is going to be a home game. It's like home light for us.
Yeah.
You have those great connections between Dylan Raiola and Patrick Mahomes as well. And this is a big-time matchup for year 3 under Matt Rule, the year in which everybody expects Nebraska to make a quantum leap.
I look at the opportunity that Nebraska has early season, and we could just take the context, and it's a pretty favorable schedule for Nebraska. I mean, there's been a number of people, and myself included, that says if they can navigate some of these challenging periods, this is a team that could be playing for the playoffs. I mean, I would love to see Nebraska, Iowa at the end of the year have playoff implications, and this is a great test because so much of it for Nebraska is mental. Cincinnati's a good football team, and they've been phenomenal in openers. I think they've lost one game in the past decade of a season opener. So then you look at it and say, the strength of Nebraska these past few years has been their defense. Ton of new faces there. New defensive coordinator John Butler. And they have a great test against Cincinnati, particularly late in the season last year. They found a ton of success running the ball, explosive runs. It's going to look differently without Nash Hutchmaker and Ty Robinson. They seem to tell us that they think there's going to be more rotation and quickness, games up front, rather than just being able to physically impose your will with those two guys last year. Are they able to stop the run and shut down Cincinnati and force them into a passing team? All of a sudden, that's going to make life easier on Dylan Raiola, who I'm so excited to see.
It does seem like, in talking to Matt Rule during the offseason, watching him at his press conferences, he feels really good about this defense. I know you have a switch, and Tony White got a lot of love and brought in a new system. He feels really comfortable with the group that John Butler has. But you bring up the name Dylan Raiola, and that's the quarterback that everybody in the state of Nebraska, anybody who's a Nebraska fan, is focused on. How big of a step can he make? He had his ups and downs last year. He showed us he can make all the throws, but he also showed us freshman mistakes, and that's what Rule and the rest of this offense needs him to eliminate in 2025.
There is a reason he was a 5-star. There was a reason he's such a highly touted recruit, and we saw flashes of that last year, but so much of this is system and play caller. I kind of give you an analogy like an artist. Like you and I could go and buy a box of crayons and draw on a blank sheet of paper, but it takes a true artist to make something, to extract the value from those colors. That's why I think Dana Holgorsen was one of the key hires across our entire conference this year, because late in the season, it felt like the game started to slow down for Dylan Raiola. Part of that is expected of a freshman as he gets experience, but part of that is his relationship and trust in Dana Holgorsen. And then it's about the pieces around him. Watching them in camp, that offensive line has clearly taken a stride. They look lean. They are vocal about their expectations. They want to compete for a Joe Moore Award this year. I don't know if I see that from this group, but that tells you the confidence. And then you've surrounded Dylan by, great talent. Ja'Cory Barney is now a sophomore. Dane Key, I think, is one of the better receivers in our conference. So all these pieces around Dylan, he's clearly talented, but surrounding him with the right pieces and reloading on defense is going to help extract that value that we're excited to see.
And by the way, you've obviously never seen me draw. I'm a stick figure guy, and even those are bad.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
You're a man of many talents. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a great artist.
The creative side, not so much.